Want to get rid of test anxiety easily and quickly? Well, welcome to Ace Any Test, helping thousands eliminate test anxiety with simple, easy techniques and strategies so you can take tests with confidence and peace of mind. I'm Craig Merriweather. If you or a loved one struggles with test anxiety, then welcome. This video is for you. Now, test anxiety is a common challenge that affects students and professionals alike, and it can manifest as a range of physical and emotional symptoms. Just an example of like a racing heart, or sweaty palms, or your mind goes blank. Now, of course, these symptoms hinder test performance, but they can also have a long-term impact on a person's self-esteem, confidence, and well-being. So, overcoming test anxiety can lead to significant improvements in both academic performance and overall confidence. So in this video, we're going to explore how eliminating test anxiety can build confidence and provide practical strategies to you to achieve this goal. So a little bit more about test anxiety. Now, test anxiety is really a form of performance anxiety, characterized by maybe intense stress or the fear of failing or fear of being judged. Now, according to the American Test Anxieties Association, yes, there is such a place. According to the American Test Anxieties Association, around 16 to 20% of test takers experience high levels of test anxiety, while another 18% are affected by moderate anxiety. Now, that's potentially around 38% of all test takers experience some form of test anxiety. Now, we're not just talking about a high school student, maybe taking a math test or maybe taking the SAT here in America. Of course, university students will experience test anxiety, but also a professional taking a licensing or certification exam, whether you're a lawyer taking the bar exam, or an accountant or an electrician, a plumber, even a police officer, a firefighter, real estate agent. Now, this anxiety around tests can stem from various sources. Again, like I just mentioned, fear of failure, or maybe lack of preparation, or pressure even from parents and teachers. So there are some symptoms to test anxiety that a lot of people may experience. There's some physical symptoms like sweating, shaking even, rapid heartbeat, dry mouth, nausea. There's the emotional element to it, like fear, feeling helpless, feeling that panic, feeling even depression. There's cognitive issues, maybe negative thoughts running around in your mind, or just blanking out, or difficulty concentrating on the information that you've studied for, maybe even for weeks. You know it backwards and forwards, but just getting to the test, you get so nervous that you can't even remember the information. Now, there is a certain impact test anxiety will have on confidence, and it can actually erode a person's confidence. When an individual repeatedly experiences anxiety and poor performance due to that anxiety over in exams and tests, they may start to doubt their abilities and develop a negative self-image. This lack of confidence can spill over into other areas of life, affecting, of course, academic performance, but also maybe social interactions, even career prospects, because you don't go to those meetings to give the presentation, and you don't go after the promotion because there may be some extra work involved. So just for an example, let's make a little case study around this. Consider that there's a student named Sarah, and despite studying so hard, she knows the information backwards and forwards, but she experiences severe test anxiety, causing her to perform poorly on exams. So over time, her self-esteem plummets. She begins to think that she's not smart enough to succeed. And this negative self-perception affects her motivation to study. Why study if you're just going to do poorly on the test? And therefore, why even try? So you don't study for the test. You don't do well, take the time to do well in the reports. You don't participate in class. And then, of course, this just cycles and cycles, creating a vicious cycle around anxiety and poor performance. So there's going to be obviously many benefits to eliminating test anxiety. Eliminating test anxiety can break the cycle of that poor performance and lead to numerous benefits, including enhanced confidence, improved academic performance, and better overall well-being. So by eliminating test anxiety, you'll enhance your confidence. When a student manages to control their test anxiety, they'll experience a significant boost in confidence. This newfound confidence stems from the realization that they can handle stress and perform well under pressure. As a result, they are more likely to approach future challenges with a positive mindset. Now, another benefit to eliminating test anxiety is improved academic performance. Reducing test anxiety allows students to perform at their best, the best of their abilities. Without the distraction of anxiety, they can focus better. They can recall information more effectively and apply their knowledge during exams. This improvement in academic performance reinforces their confidence and motivates them to continue striving for excellence. And maybe most of all, the most important benefit to eliminating test anxiety is better overall well-being. Now, test anxiety can take a toll on one's mental, emotional, and even physical health. And by addressing and eliminating this anxiety, individuals can experience reduced stress levels, better sleep, improved overall well-being. All this contributes to a positive self-image and increased confidence. Now, there's a handful of strategies. I want to walk through some of them. I'm just going to go over them very quickly, or do other videos on strategies that are longer, but just for this video, let's go over just a handful. There's a multifaceted approach to addressing both the psychological and practical aspects of exam preparation. So here's just, again, a handful of effective strategies. Preparation and organization. Let's start with that one. Proper preparation is key to reducing test anxiety. Students should create a study schedule, break down the material into manageable chunks, using effective study techniques and effective recall and spaced repetition. So you just go over and over the information. Being well prepared instills a sense of confidence and reduces fear of the unknown. And make sure you're taking breaks. There's lots of time management techniques out there. There's that one where you just work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, work for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. That's a good one. Find a schedule that works for you. Don't study for 4 or 5 hours without any sort of break. You need to move your body. You need to take deep, slow, gentle breaths, and make sure you're resetting yourself, recharging yourself while you're doing this study. Another way of dealing with test anxiety, another strategy, is relaxation techniques. Practicing techniques that relaxes the mind, relaxes the body, will help manage the symptoms of anxiety. Deep breathing, we just mentioned that. Deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, mindfulness meditation are effective methods to calm the mind and body. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Educational Psychology found that students who practiced mindfulness reported lower levels of test anxiety and higher levels of confidence. Maybe we'll do a whole video on just mindfulness. Cognitive restructuring, another strategy. This is a fancy term that involves challenging and changing negative thought patterns. So students can benefit from identifying their irrational beliefs about exams and replacing them with positive, realistic thoughts, reframing them. So for example, instead of thinking, I can get I must get a perfect score or I'm a failure, they can reframe that to, I will do my best and that's enough. There's all sorts of ways of reframing negative thoughts, but it only works if you do it. So noticing those negative thoughts is key, and then changing them is super important. Another strategy is visualization techniques. Visualization is a powerful tool to boost confidence. Students can visualize themselves successfully completing the exam, feeling calm and focused. This actually works. Olympic athletes do this because what they found is it actually rewires the brain. Just by taking time to, let's use the example of the Olympic athlete. Just taking time to not only, of course, let's say a gymnast working on the mats or the parallel bars, doing the actual work, but then sitting in a recliner, sitting down on a couch, laying down on bed, and visualizing themselves performing at their best, doing the routine successfully. Researchers have found that will literally wire that success into the brain. So imagine doing that for a test. Mentally rehearse can create a positive mindset and reduce anxiety. In fact, research from the University of Leeds in England suggests that visualization can enhance performance by creating a mental blueprint for success. Again, it's literally wiring it into your brain. Another strategy is super important, seeking support. Sometimes test anxiety can be overwhelming. So seek support from a counselor, a therapist, a teacher, a friend, a parent if you can. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is an effective approach that can help individuals manage anxiety and change negative thought patterns and behaviors. Also, healthy lifestyle. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle can play an extraordinarily important role in reducing test anxiety and life anxiety. Lots of research showing that exercise can help reduce anxiety and depression, as well as watching what you eat, how you fuel your body. You wouldn't fuel your car in a way that's going to create poor performance. So why are you doing that to your body? Certainly adequate sleep is super important. We wear like a badge of honor only getting 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep at night. We need 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep at night to reboot the body, reboot the mind. So making sure you're getting good sleep will improve overall mental and physical health, making it easier to cope with stress. So eliminating test anxiety is a transformative process that can significantly build confidence. By addressing both the psychological and practical aspects of exam preparation, individuals can break free from the cycle of anxiety and poor performance. And the benefits of overcoming test anxiety extend way beyond the exam room, leading to improved, of course, academic performance, but better overall well-being and a more positive self-image. So whether you're a student, whether you're a professional, or whether you're a parent supporting your child, adopting these strategies can help build confidence, the confidence needed to succeed in any test or even any challenge that life may present. By integrating the strategies into your routine, and you can take control of test anxiety and unlock your full potential, leading to more confidence and a more successful future. Now, look, I get it. I know it's hard to think your way out of a thinking problem. I know it's hard to feel your way out of a feeling problem. And of course, there's not one cure-all strategy or technique that'll help every single person struggling with test anxiety. But there are many research-proven skills you can learn that will help you take back control of your stressed out nervous system and calm a panicked and overwhelmed mind. I myself struggle with anxiety and depression. I watched my son struggle with test anxiety. And to help him and finally deal once and for all with my own issues, I spent years researching the strategies, the techniques, the skills available to end test anxiety. And once I helped my son and I found some peace of mind and body for myself, I realized I had a toolbox filled with research-proven methods for eliminating test anxiety easily, quickly, and conveniently. And to save you a lot of time and heartache, I put it all into a course called Ace Any Test, which you can find out more about simply by going to aceanytest.com, clicking the link below in the show notes. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, please understand that test anxiety is a common experience shared by many, so you are not alone. And by shedding light on this topic and sharing strategies for overcoming it, we can empower individuals to approach exams with confidence and resiliency. Again, at least 38% of all test takers are struggling with some form of test anxiety. Again, you are not alone. So again, thank you for joining me on this journey to ending test anxiety. Remember, you are more than a test score, and your worth is not defined by a single exam. Keep striving, keep growing, and above all, keep believing in yourself. And as my gift to you, go to aceanytest.com, and there you can download for free 5 different recordings to program yourself for confidence. That's for you to have and for you to share. And if you or a loved one struggles with test anxiety, whether you get really nervous before an exam or an audition, a job interview, or giving a presentation or a speech in front of a bunch of people, then check out Ace Any Test, the online training program. It's the most comprehensive course for test anxiety relief. There's over 12 lessons filled with techniques and strategies for turning off the fight or flight stress response and for building super confidence. There's over 6 hours of video training, over 40 recordings to download and to practice with, and over 20 PDF worksheets to print out so you have the techniques right in front of you. Thank you again for listening, everyone. Have a great, great week. And here's to your success in all that you do.